Hey guys, I'm back with another video today. I know I've been MIA for a while, but I filmed videos and then after I filmed them, I just really didn't like them. So now I'm going to go ahead and do, this video is going to be a book review, slash a little bit of a book haul. Not really, because it's only 3 books. It's more like a book review type video. And then I'm going to do another video also, and that's kind of like the same thing. So the first book I'm going to kind of actually just show you guys is this book called Matched, and this is by Condie, I believe, yes. And this is a book that Elle Fowler had actually did a video on, and it sounded so good. Basically the story is that this girl, I believe her name is Cassia, she lives in this dystopian society, and the society actually chooses who you are going to be matched with. So it's kind of like an arranged marriage type thing. And then I don't know how old you are when you go through this, but anyways, when she's going to her matching ceremony, she's all excited because she thinks she's going to be matched with Xander, who I guess she's like in love with. And while she's at her ceremony, they actually match her with two people, and I don't know what happens from there. So I read about 2 pages, and I know that that's not enough to judge a book, but it sounded really good when I heard about it on YouTube from Elle Fowler. So the next book I'm actually going to talk about is going to be my first book review because I'm going to review 2 books in this video. And this one is called The Undomestic Goddess by Sophie Kinsella. I can't say how much I loved this book. I took this book to work, and my coworker was actually sitting in the break room. I think I had left and did something, and she actually picked it up, and she started reading it. She's like, she read, I don't even know how many pages, and she was like, I like this book. Such a good, if you don't know Sophie Kinsella she is the author of Confessions of a Shopaholic series, and she is so good. She makes the story so great. She's such a great writer. I don't know what to say about her. I just know that I absolutely love her writing. And I was going through the library, and I was like, I really wanted to read something new because I'm trying to get a branch away from the whole Hunger Games thing. And I'll explain that in the next video. But so I went through and I found a whole bunch of her books, and this one sounded so good. Basically, what this is about a story about a workaholic who, she works so much she doesn't even have time to do anything. And she works in a law firm, and basically she has the chance to become partner at the law firm, the youngest partner ever. And then before she actually makes partner, she makes like a huge crucial mistake, and so instead of like owning up to it or whatever, she just takes off, and she's just all freaks out. And so she ends up on this train, and she ends up in like the city she's never even heard of or whatever. She gets off the train, she stops at this house because she's so thirsty. She's like, hey, can I just get some water? And they think that she's there for a job interview. So she's like going through the motions and just like, whatever. And they end up giving her the job. So she takes it for the night. She's like, okay, I'll just take it just for the day, just to forget about what I'm, my life for a day or so. But the funny thing is actually she really enjoys the job after a while. And she starts enjoying life more. She can't believe that she has weekends off. Yeah, she's not making a lot of money, but she's seeing how much she's totally changed. And the funny thing is like, she's a housekeeper, but she doesn't even know how to cook or clean or do anything. But then she meets this man, and his mother actually teaches her all these things. And the theme of this story is so good because it basically teaches you that don't define your life about what you do for a living. As long as you enjoy your life and as long as you enjoy what you do, that's all that matters. Because in the very end, she actually has the opportunity, and I'm sorry, this is a spoiler, but she has the opportunity to go back and work for the firm that she was fired from because they thought that she made a mistake. But when she went back, she's like, I don't want to be like these people that freak out over 30 minutes and always doing this on my phone. And, you know, so she was just such a great book. Highly recommend this book, that book. And so the last book that I'm going to talk about is this book. It's called Where I Belong. And this is by Gwendolyn Heasley. I'm going to put all the information down in the bottom bar. But before I talk about this book, I also wanted to mention this really cool website. It's called Goodreads.com. And basically it's kind of like the Facebook book people who are into books, basically. And what you do is, like, you go in, you have an account, and then you make a list of all the books that you want to read, and then you make a list of all the books that you have read. You rate them and everything. You make friends, and then you can see what they're reading and what they rate them and so forth. And then you can actually, what I like to do is sometimes I like to just go in and, you know, get recommendations and things like that. So I'm going to put all my information down in the bottom bar, and then you guys could check and see what I'm reading, and then we can friend each other, and so that would be kind of interesting. So totally check out that website. It's totally free, and it's awesome. So this book, Where I Belong. Awesome, awesome, awesome book. Absolutely adore this book. One thing that's cool about this is that I actually found the author on Goodreads. All the authors are on there. And I sent her a message saying how much I really enjoyed this book and, you know, whatever. And she responded back, like, really quick. And she's like, I'm so glad that you like this book. That's so cool and everything. So, really, really great. Look at the cover is so beautiful. It's this girl sitting on a bench with, like, this guy. And, I just love this book so much. It's so good, and I highly recommend this to anybody who just wants a really good read. Basically, I am going to warn you that when you read this book, to please be aware that the first half of the book, the character is completely such a spoiled brat. That she doesn't know what it's like to struggle in her life. She's handed everything she's handed everything to her. And she's never had to work a day in her life. And so basically, she's from the Upper East Side of New York. And she, like I said, you know, has everything given to her. And then one day, it all gets taken away. And then she has to go live in Texas with her grandparents. And then she kind of has to go through a change. You know, like, you know, her parents are living in Saudi Arabia. And then, you know, having to go to a public school. And then she makes friends. And then you kind of see the character changing, and it's just like her journey of, you know, realizing that, hey, you know what, if I don't have a $400 pair of boots, it's okay. I can still be, I don't have to be cool to have that kind of stuff. But then what's really interesting is, like, when her friend from New York comes to visit, then it gets really, really, well, the whole book is interesting, but that's when it kind of gets even more interesting. So, oh my gosh, I love this book, and I'm going to finish it tonight. I cannot wait to finish reading this book. So, anyways, I am going to get going so I can make another video. So, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and have a good day. Bye!